it. Here it is. Hello and welcome to Idiots with Instruments, the show that follows Red Hot Rebellion as we do stuff and talk to people. I am Jim. I play bass and sing.
Hey, I'm Doug. I play guitar.
I'm Andres. I play the drums.
And we are going to practice now. So here is a bunch of stuff to listen to in our practice.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy the garbage.
Double
Yeah.
time and a half, and then after...
So, yes. So everything after 40 is time and a half, except Sundays are double time.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Double
So,
time.
I'm
Working
excited
for
about
the
that.
man every night and day. With that double time. Oh,
All right.
yeah, double time. Double time. At least you haven't found that Jeevus. At least you didn't find that Jeevus. You're working double time. Double time. Double time. Man, you're right under Jeevus. Don't gotta be the Laritas. Working double time. Double time. Working double time. Double time. Double time. Okay. So Andres Rebellion is unavailable Sunday mornings because he's working double time.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well,
Until
Cool.
I'm told that I'm not.
okay. So,
for
but
now-
this Sunday,
So-
you're,
This Sunday I'm free.
you're cool.
So are they making you? Is it mandatory?
No, we got. To sign up.
Mandatory double time.
That'll be the second verse.
That felt kind of $50 famous-ish.
Yeah. No, that was too good for $50.
That album was pretty good. At least the song arrangements.
Yeah. Lower your standards by $50 famous.
Yeah.
The greatest
Check it
album
out.
written and recorded in one day. Ask for it by name.
Yeah.
This episode of Idiots with Instruments is brought to you by $50 Famous. And working double time. Working double time. All right. Working double time. Well, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
So hello and welcome to Idiots with Instruments, the show that follows Red Hot Rebellion as we do stuff and things and do other things. I am Jim. I play bass.
I'm Doug. I play guitar.
I'm Andres. I play the drums.
All right. Now let's play some music. What do you
All right.
say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Sweaty Betty? Are we not? Are we not trying to broadcast these since they're close to being done?
Correct.
Okay. So
But
this is just for us.
This is really just for us, and now I have a new intro in case I need it.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Not on the nuts. Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just play it again and
Okay.
Don't
we'll see if
fuck it
comes
up.
out.
then we'll see. Yeah.
Wait, start that
symbols.
over again. What were you saying?
So, a lot of, I guess I'll call them audiophiles,
Yeah.
right? Like a lot of the jazz drummers and like dudes who actually like really care
What
about
are you
their
calling
sound.
me?
Right,
Audiophile.
Yeah.
I never touched no
drummers,
audio.
They tend to like the Bosphorus cymbals because I think they have a lot of body to them, and they're not like they are very versatile.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I'm a heavy hitter, and I think most people who play them are typically like light to medium
Yeah.
hitters.
Pussies.
Yeah.
Well, no, just like
There you
better
go.
drummers.
Alienate at least 3/4 of our listening
No,
audience.
Not pussies, but better drummers than me.
Ah, there we go.
like,
Oh.
like a lot of dudes who are way better than me play these kind of cymbals. So yeah, I like them. I think they're good.
Yeah.
They sound good.
They are well balanced.
I'm curious. I might do because I have extra stands that I have.
So you're gonna do like a Neil Peart?
Well, no,
circle?
but I was thinking about doing the 2 regular crashes and then having like this as the accent just for occasionally, like over. I don't know,
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea.
because
Did you have a China at one point? And we were always
I
like,
did.
don't
yeah.
use that damn
Well,
China.
yeah, and it was really the worst because it wasn't just a regular China. It was like $20 cheaper for me to get it with rivets in it.
Oh, so yeah.
I hate rivets.
Yeah.
And I know that like some people use them because they like the sound or whatever, but I don't.
He just alienated our rivet audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm turning this shit off. 1 star on iTunes. They hate rivets.
No, I
don't
said I
forget
hate
to
them.
subscribe and leave a review on iTunes, especially if you hate
But
rivets.
that's fine. If you like rivets, that's fine. You use them. You do you.
Yeah.
I just will never put them on any of my symbols.
Yeah.
I will never buy a symbol with rivets.
Yeah. Rivetless.
Yeah.
So let's get this straight. Andres hates Mozart and rivets. All right. What else? What else don't you like?
What else don't I like?
Yeah. No, it's not. Let's be
Yeah,
more
let's
positive.
keep talking about symbols.
Symbols.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to get
Phosphorus.
back to you on things I don't like.
I thought you were going to get the
Phosphorus.
2 bass drums mounted on stands behind you, and then they were going to say this space for rent. Right?
yeah. I mean,
Should we make that a tier on our
someday.
Patreon?
We should.
Yeah, don't forget to join our
bass drums.
Patreon and you can
right. This space for
this
rent.
space for
Yeah.
rent. Rent Andres Rebellion's drum space on Patreon.com
Yeah.
/idiots with instruments.
Yeah. Bass drum
Yeah.
head or.
we should we should have one tier instead of that be a curtain that like has a logo that would just go in
Drops
front of the
in front of
drums.
you.
Yeah, so it just like once we get to a certain level, it drops in front of me, so you
You
can't
don't-
even tell if I'm there or not.
You don't even have to look at him.
yeah,
Look at him or his beautiful plume.
I think it should just drop on top of you and the
So-
kit.
yeah, or it could be.
It'll be all muffled.
Yeah, it could.
It'll look like a couple sea otters fighting over a fish underneath
Yeah,
the fucking thing.
I bet we could work it in a way where it just covers me,
Yeah.
and then like the kit is
Yeah.
undisturbed by it. It's just
So we
Yeah.
just need to get a a sheet.
Yeah.
yeah, right. Just some
Or like
some
you know
sort of,
those
like,
weird
slanket.
puppet thing what puppeteers wear, those weird Mummenschan's black
Now the
suits.
puppeteers are turning
yeah.
it off, dude.
like the no, like blacklight puppet shows.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
where they,
right.
yeah, they
They
have,
wear
like,
all
the
black. and
I'm
it's
assuming
like
it's
super
velour.
absorbent.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's made out of,
Yeah.
but velvet or velour seems
Yeah.
reasonable to me.
Come on, man. We know you cruise the puppet shows for chicks.
Hanging out with all your audiophile friends.
So puppeteers, audiophiles, and rivet lovers, right out the window.
I like
Mm-hmm.
I like puppets.
Yeah.
I have no beef against puppeteers.
Yeah.
He's got
we
those sun out shades in his van.
That's right.
I do. Just in the back.
Huh.
Right.
For
Daddy-
puppet shows.
No.
Hey, you want to see a
No,
puppet
there-
show?
you know-
Hey, kids, you ever seen one of these before?
Yeah, there are always comments about that.
Yeah.
It's-
about your
I guess it's strange to have a mustache in a giant van with blocked out windows in the back.
going to a puppet
That's
show on a
almost
Tuesday afternoon.
Always full of candy.
Yeah.
It's
If that's weird.
super weird.
Wow. I just put all the pieces together.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
So anyway, these symbols.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna have another one that I'm gonna use in the studio that I think will
Awesome.
be really nice too.
Awesome.
You got hi-hats coming too?
I don't. I have another pair of hi-hats that the
You're
ones
using
that I've been
wuss.
using.
Your fancy ones?
Yeah, they're similar to this. They pair well with it.
Right,
I think it'll be good enough. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
I was gonna get some hi-hats as well, but there weren't any that were what I considered to be justifiably cheap,
Mm-hmm.
or like inexpensive, justifiably inexpensive. So
All right.
I did not get
Yeah,
them.
hi-hats are pricey. You haven't cracked a hi-hat in a while. That's good.
Yeah,
Shit, I just jinxed
been
it.
a
Damn
bit.
it, Jimmy.
Damn it.
I have to go check my my cymbal bag to make sure that my hi-hats are not cracked. Because if they are, that's
Whoops.
going to be terrible.
Oh, for
No, it's
fuck's
fine.
sake.
That'll be all right.
It'll be fine.
Oh, my God.
It's going to be cool.
I'm sure that
Ah,
if
Jesus.
I need to, I can. Sweet baby Jesus.
Oh, Lord and baby Jesus. He's got his cracked cymbals again. Fuck me.
I'm sure that I could find some around here. Like I
Yeah.
could go up to Columbus Drums and Percussion or whatever.
Yeah.
Columbus Percussion.
There's a
If I
guitar
need to.
center around the corner, too, but do they...
Yeah.
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 I know that Columbus Percussion typically has, I think they have the Bosphorus stuff in stock generally, but I don't know. I haven't been there in a while.
Let's see if they can bring have a runner come down for us
Yeah.
while we're in the studio.
Yeah, we got the budget for it.
Yeah.
Just put it on the tab.
Yeah, put it on the tab.
Yeah.
Send it to Chris Settle.
P.O. Box.
P.O. Box.
Send it to me, care of
Yeah,
Chris Settle.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
so you,
All right.
Okay.
business
we should play
entity.
another song.
Yeah, we should.
Should we move on to the list?
Yeah.
Oh, another used one.
How's this one start?
With Yeah, that's right.
Audiophile friends. Oh, have you heard this one?
Heavy poom.
Yeah, heavy poom.
Yeah, didn't we have a song called Super Heavy Cream Cheerleaders? at
Sure
some
did.
point?
Forever ago.
And then, but that turned into something else.
Something else that it turned into a song that
That we wound up recording, I think.
that I hate.
Yeah, I think that was Wild One.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that song's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you just didn't like the whoa-ohs.
I don't know.
I thought that was your one
I
issue
haven't
with
listened to it in
a while.
a while.
Yeah. Whatever.
What you doing?
I was hoping that,
Your shit would be in.
Check.
yeah, because I checked before, but not in the like main pocket, like not as thoroughly as this.
Your
He's got-
crevasses.
He's got a poom for days and a place for lays. Puma. He's the Puma. He's the Puma. Puma.
Are you saying poomer?
Pumbaa.
Like P-U-M or P-O-O-M-E-R?
Sure.
Poomer,
He's the Poomer.
but like Puma.
Like Puma. But look at him go. He's the Poomer.
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to say tumor.
Yeah. It's not the Puma.
Yeah.
Thanks for the tip.
This sucks a whole bunch.
He's the Poomer and he doesn't know anything. Just look at him go and doing stuff. Look at that Poomer always brushing his poom.
I am always pressing
Poom,
my
broom, poom, broom. He's got a poom made of chocolate and cinnamon.
Not factually accurate.
He's got a carpet made of carpet bag aluminium.
I don't really know what that means, but
I'm making
Maybe.
shit up now, 'cause the kids like mumble rap.
That's true. That's true. That is a lucrative business to be in.
Poom, poomer, and a dingy dong, ding a little do.
I think that's actually scatting.
Yeah,
what you did
yeah, yeah. Boom a doom a doo. Poom a loom a loom a loom a loom a fucking doom a doom. Look at that Poom playing with his Poom on a Saturday.
It's not actually Saturday.
He's got cinnamon up his ass just for the hay.
Not actually factually accurate also.
Go on, Poomer, tell us all about your ruckus and your truck dropping down. Galapa-doo.
Does anyone know where to get the
Go
truck
down a
washed?
slide and get your truck washed.
That's something I would like to hear a great deal about.
Getting your truck washed.
That's pretty good.
Take a solo, Jimmy.
Take us home. I appreciate.
Oh, make it talk, baby.
Yeah. This sounds how my poom feels.
Bring it down, Puma Low. Thank you, everybody. Poom.
Do you have anywhere I can throw these saw
God
shavings?
damn it, I
Sawdust?
knew that we needed to get you a little trash can over there. Dougie, can you bring the trash can?
I would like to keep the set list, but the
shavings.
sawdust I'm not particularly
Jesus.
interested in.
Careful,
keeping.
Dougie. It's weird
Thank
over
you.
there.
At least it's not full of glass anymore.
That we know of.
Right.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, so that song's available for our gold tier members of Patreon.
I think I found a piece of glass as well.
Oh, good.
Dan Pertowski.
Oh yeah. Where did you get your sweater from? Also be careful.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
From Dan Matowski.
Yeah,
Right?
Dan Pertowski.
Dan Pertowski, thank you for this lovely sweater
Dude,
that Doug
yeah.
is wearing at practice now, so he's
yeah.
not cold
so
anymore.
warm.
Yeah.
My
It's
core,
beautiful.
my center
Yeah.
is so warm right now.
It's
And
important
now-
to keep your core warm.
And
Core
most
warm.
important, now he can keep his mouth shut as well.
Yeah, about how cold he is.
Have you heard me bitch once?
Not
No.
about the cold,
Yep.
just other things.
Other things. Yeah.
That's a joke as well, because this whole thing is about us keeping our mouths open.
Yes. Yeah.
And then closed, and then
open
again.
making
Just
sounds and
repeatedly.
words.
Yeah.
Sure.
Smashing our vocal cords together.
Sounds and words. Yeah.
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 Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Dan Pertowski, for the lovely sweater. Doug is now warm.
It's a sweater.
Easy sweater. What could you say about such man?
As I noticed that I am warm looking at you being so
I
warm,
know.
so I turned on my small fan that
Yeah.
James
Well,
St. James got me.
Yeah.
right.
St.
The-
James.
James St.
The
James.
infamous outfit, artist,
Yeah.
Mhm.
not outfit.
Not to be confused with David St. James Hubbenstein, his cousin.
I think you got, they're related, right?
Yeah, they're cousins.
Cousins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know about the lineage of that
No.
particular group
I think it's
of
by
St.
marriage.
Jameses.
By marriage.
Oh, okay.
It's just a happenstance that they have a St. James in there somewhere.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the old country.
Yeah. It connects us all.
Yeah. In ways we can't even poom.
It's the circle of life.
So
Or
should
the
we
circle of wives?
Play that other song again? Yeah.
Ready?
Right? Okay.
I don't know is in third.
Ooh. Nice.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready. I know. Okay.
Are you're doing it?
I just forgot it was coming.
Oh, okay.
Just forgot about the downsy.
Okay.
All right.
All right. This one's in G. Watch the changes and turn.
Remember
the
the downsy.
Right. Remember the dance.
A muumuu?
No, they're
like-
long shirts that ladies wear.
I don't want
Like
to
a-
alienate
like a
anyone
muumuu
else,
dress.
but I was going to stereotype and say like an old school, like maybe librarian would wear or
Right.
something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. And you could
So
just have like on some leggings underneath or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Wouldn't I just look like a really fat
collared
Robin Hood then?
like a collared
like I'd have
shirt
tights
dress.
and
Yes.
Yeah.
like
So
a what?
Like a collared shirt dress.
Right.
Yeah,
If,
yeah,
if
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah, yeah.
extended down to right above the knee,
Yeah,
Right.
this would be.
Which, why doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, shit. I'm wearing clothes for your benefit. I don't like wearing clothes.
Yeah.
So
I don't think
I'll
any
play
of
in
us
my
do,
underwear.
Except Doug.
If
Maybe.
you guys want to,
Yeah.
Skivvy.
Sometimes you do play
mean,
in your
if you
underwear.
guys
all
wanna
the
do
I
time.
do.
this.
I do.
Yeah.
Almost always play in a fashion in which you can see my penis. Almost always.
Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry,
It's
for
true.
everybody.
Which is why we get so many gigs.
yeah.
I don't recall us having a gig in quite some time.
Well,
Wow.
But to be
we've been
fair,
working on a new album, so that's,
Yeah.
yeah.
In
And-
the time that
and you
since
are,
last we played, I was
Yeah.
able to work on my poom.
yeah, you're poom, and now
Um,
you're doing Weight Watchers. You're getting fit.
Yeah, yeah.
You're getting tight for the
trying-
ladies
trying to look
or the dudes, whatever. We
Yeah.
don't judge.
less shitty just all the time.
Yeah. Are
Like,
you still doing your stretching exercises? Weight hanging?
The kettlebell from the.
yeah. Well, I will say that while the length I've been able to achieve is impressive, the flaccidness and lack of rigidity is not great.
Yeah. You're talking
It-
about your calves, right?
Yeah,
This is your calf
They-
Yeah.
exercise. Yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
They bring pleasure to no one.
Yeah. Great.
That's
Okay.
the point.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
That's the point.
that's the point.
Bringing
Pleasure to no one.
to no one.
Is that the name of the album?
Maybe.
Bringing pleasure to no one.
Red Hot Rebellion brings
Bringing
pleasure to no one.
Nice.
Or not fit for human consumption.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good one too.
That's a good one.
So our
hard to
collection of the most
Yeah.
dangerous songs. $3,000 Freak Out. These are all great album
I
titles.
think it's be hard to beat. Not fit for.
Yeah, not fit for human consumption is pretty good.
Pretty
You're
good.
welcome, the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So how we do in the end? Celsius.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 centigrade.
Well, it looks to me like it's either 70 or 69.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 69 time in here. I mean,
Yeah, I put a thermometer in here to keep Doug, so Doug can be even more freaked out about how cold it is.
you know what? I don't know if I've ever paid attention to that fucking thing.
There's lots to look at in here.
That's
Yeah.
true. I'm always looking at Elvis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where my flag that flew, Hey there, Dougie.
Most of the time, I look at either you guys or like my symbols.
Yeah. I try not to look at either of you. I just look at
just
my hands.
in life. That's
Yeah.
a good life
Yeah, I was
lesson.
gonna say one thing I never look at is my hands.
Yeah, we talked about
talked-
it
right. Yeah.
way back
So-
in episode 0
Yeah.
or some shit.
I'm very fat and I don't look at my hands.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
All
right.
All right.
Ready?
Remember the down. Your production note is for me and you to stay together?
For the kids.
Yeah.
Me.
Stay together for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see my fancy little mount for my Shure mic over there? A
Oh.
little radio station style.
Yeah.
So I can do my little voiceover action.
clasped onto the desk.
Yeah. Little clasparoo. Yeah, I'm narrating an audiobook. It's a
Nice.
vampire, post-apocalyptic, steamy romance.
Who wrote it? Sean Connery?
No.
Oh.
A British lady.
Not interested.
a British lady.
Sorry.
Sean Connery.
A British lady.
Yeah.
How did you
Through-
land that gig?
Audible has a marketplace for
Oh, yeah. You talked about
for a narrators to produce audiobooks for authors.
Yeah.
And so I, did a little kind of an audition. I auditioned for it, and she's like, "Oh, this is good."
She liked the cut of your poom.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm doing it. It's fucking good.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's steamy. Doug
That's
will like it
exciting.
too. It's a lot of work though.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
it's a lot of work.
So you're gonna be able to be like one of those people who goes on to the like home buying shows and is like, hey, like my wife is a dog walker and I'm an independent journalist and our budget is $9 million. Right? You're gonna be like one of those people, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills today because I have not understood one goddamn thing he's talked about all night.
You know what I'm talking about. No? If you ever go to a waiting room situation,
Oh, okay.
they're like house hunter shows
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
always like a
But-
couple that does bullshit jobs and
yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah.
tremendous budget that they
Yeah,
can spend.
yeah. Now you're speaking my language because I
Right.
watch House Hunters every night.
Right.
In fact,
So you should be familiar with the
Yeah.
fact that you could be a
Yes.
dog walker and,
And,
then an independent journalist.
yeah, and
and-
have a $9 million
Yes.
budget for a house in Toronto, Canada.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's got to be close to downtown, David. This isn't in my neighborhood, eh?
yeah.
They're always like, "Okay, it's got to be in my neighborhood,
Yeah.
David.
This has
It's like,
to be
but
like
this is 30 minutes outside, and it's way more for
Right.
them. No, it's got to be in my neighborhood, David.
I need it 5 minutes outside of downtown.
5
and
minutes
I
from
need
downtown.
it secluded.
Yeah.
I need no neighbors.
No neighbors, eh? No neighbors. Yeah, so actually there's going to be an episode of Ace Tucker Space Trucker where Elvis is in the market for a new Graceland, and he's going to go on the show Hump It or Dump It. Or surprise, you bought a dump. He can't decide. Oh, man, I can't decide if I want to be on Hump It or Dump It or surprise, you bought a dump. Yeah.
That's every home buying experience, right?
Isn't it? Surprise, you bought a dump. Yeah. It's like, oh, man. Well, we've got good news and bad news. The good news is we're going to be able to do that bathroom for you. But we found $90,000 worth of footing that needs to be replaced. Surprise, you bought a dump. Oh, David A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I could do it for you, but we need more money.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have any more money, Hillary. We don't, eh? Well, then you're not going to get the extra footing.
Yeah.
Your house is going to sag and fall into the creek. Do you want that? Oh, Hillary, eh? We've got kids. We can't fall into the creek, eh? Because they're all made in Canada, right?
Oh, okay. I did not know that. Yeah.
A lot of them are.
But
Oh, man, hump it or dump it. Man, that's my favorite. You got them property. Wait, what did I call them? The building bros.
the building bros.
So the property
yeah,
brothers.
Property brothers.
Yeah, remember that one season where they pulled that third property bro out of nowhere? His name was like Gnarl Property. Man. You remember that? You ever watch the Property Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's two Property Brothers.
Yeah,
Then all of
they're
a sudden,
twins.
6 years into it, there's like, oh, surprise, there's a third brother.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
And Gnarl Property. Yeah.
Really?
His name's not Gnarl. But,
You're right.
but he's not as handsome as the other guys, so I call him Gnarl. So now we've alienated HGTV. Today's episode is brought to you by HGTV.
Ask for it by name.
And Gnarl Property. Yeah, there's a third Property brother. He's not a twin, and he's older than the other guys. I guess that's why they
Oh.
don't keep him on TV.
Since we've already alienated him, I fucking hate those shows.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I watch
That's
that
fair.
shit every night.
As soon as that
It's
shit,
so
I'm like,
soothing.
Fuck this.
It's so soothing.
Yeah.
You know what? I was watching the Great British Baking Show for a
That's a
while.
good one.
I watched the whole
Yeah.
what was
yeah.
available to me.
Yeah,
That was very
when
rare.
I was
do
just over there.
The Great British Baking
I
Show.
can't do
it's
any
good.
of that shit.
Have you watched it?
Oh, it's good.
You should watch it. It'll really change the tune of your poom.
Okay.
You would watch Hump It or Dump It, though, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
You gonna hump it, or are you gonna dump it?
It sounds like a show that would be in Idiocracy.
Yeah. Can't cut a bait and watching Hump It or Dump It.
Go ahead, baiting. Yeah.
Okay.
So, how much of this has been usable so far? None of it?
None of it.
Yeah. This is a bonus
This will be a
episode.
bonus
Yep.
episode.
How's
call
this
it-
one go?
Oh, song number 4, The Mountain.
Yeah, this is the newest one.
The Mountain.
It's the one that's
It
like...
it's 185 and it goes intro, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Yeah. Does it start out with a bam? That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
All in.
Yep.
Did you so I was doing that like
From the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all just terrible.
So what were you saying then?
Nothing good or important.
No. You were like, when I was a boy.
So when I was a kid and I could not play the drums at all, what I could do on a kit was this.
That's better than I can do.
Right. Well, so like with
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Right, with like no I want to say articulation, but that's no dynamics.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm going for. So like whenever I hear that in songs, it really bugs me because I'm like, oh, that's what I did as a kid.
Right.
But what I'm not sick of for some reason is the beat that's in literally all of the songs, which is just like or like
Yeah, well, because it's...
I'm not sick of those.
No.
Right.
And I don't know why.
Because it's rock and roll.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a rock and roll drum.
But what's more basic than like,
Right.
you know?
Right.
Like it's like the Offspring stuff.
Yeah.
Like that dude didn't even do double bass. He was always like,
Yeah, that shit's great.
yeah, right.
That's all you
I
need.
could listen to that all day.
Yeah.
But like, or like fucking in U.S. Bastards. Like
Yeah.
Jeremy, he was like, right?
Yeah, we could
It's all
call this episode
easy.
Unders Rebellion Gives a Drum Clinic because we're learning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's all.
what you're saying is these are the beats that hold down the genres. These are the core to rock and roll.
Right. Yeah.
Especially
absolutely.
like high energy punkish shit like we
Yeah.
do. Yeah. Love that shit.
Yeah.
I also like the, just the boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's great.
It's all easy, and I'm not sick of any of it. But
good.
Right.
Yeah. Booty over yeah. Yeah.
that I hate. I don't know why.
See, another thing he hates.
Add it to the
Right.
list.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
Yeah, what is that called then?
I don't know.
That's called the beat that Andres hates.
I guess I haven't heard it in a while now, so it's not really.
It was reminding me of
It
like
doesn't
a,
bother me
a
anymore.
Belle Biv DeVoe song or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
like
or
some
maybe.
stock.
It sounds to me like a Smash Mouth song.
Yeah, it could be.
Oh, don't
It
even
could be
get that
every,
in my head.
Every Smash Mouth
Yeah,
song.
Yeah,
Right.
or like a Bare Naked Ladies song. Yeah. Yeah.
But that at least has
That's
some kind of dynamic
Yeah,
to
that
it.
was kind of cool. You know who else? You know who I hate? The Spin Doctors.
Really?
Yeah, never
Not
been a
even
fan.
Two Princes?
I hate that song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Yeah, that I hate. I hate that. What you just did, I hate. I hate that. But I don't hate it as much.
if you
Yeah.
want to be a bit.
Ugh, God, I hate that song.
Yeah, okay.
Not as much as Life is a Highway. I hate that
Oh,
fucking song.
yeah. I fucking hate that one.
Yeah.
I hate that song.
I think that song is very
Oh.
funny, particularly that it's the same thing the entire song.
Yes.
Like it's literally the same
Yeah,
fucking thing.
but not in a good way.
right,
not like a
right.
Social
Like there's
Distortion
no, there are literally no changes.
Yeah.
It's just like tick, 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 tick,
Yep.
tick, 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 tick.
I hate that.
That's the
fucking song.
guitar, the entire
And then,
song.
Oh,
then
yeah, it's
the
terrible.
one note.
fucker remade it, and then it became a hit again. Just when I stopped hearing
But-
it every goddamn day.
You know what makes that song interesting?
What?
The bass.
Yep. That's it.
The bass is kind of good.
The bass is the only
That's-
thing that's
that's-
moving.
Right. So that's probably what people are into.
That's what they're grooving to.
Right.
Here's the thing.
It's like
Yeah.
well, I don't know. I like the bass lines in the Jackson.
Like
a
if-
lot.
I'm sorry
Well-
if you.
well, right,
if
but
the-
like,
for
if
the
you-
Spin Doctors and that Life is a Highway guy, I'm sorry, but I really.
who does Life is a Highway?
Who
Is it-
cares?
Is it the Spin Doctors?
It might
you know,
be.
You know what's funny is that you guys just named off everything that I've been listening to for the past week.
Oh my God!
really? Why?
Well, here's the thing is, so like,
And he makes fun of us for the shit. we
so
listen to.
wait. No, I make fun of.
it's
the
probably
shit
not
you
his
watch.
fault.
Oh, that's right.
Let's hear him out.
Yeah, let's hear him out.
So I was showing the kids music, right?
Yeah.
And they like whatever the garbage is on the radio
Right.
nowadays
Yeah.
and gangster rap and
Yeah,
whatever
right.
else, right?
Mumble
Yeah.
rap.
Yeah.
Just various forms of rap.
And I was
Slow
like,
down,
I was
jump.
like, hey,
Let's
Just-
put a pin in that and circle back to it later. Okay. go
yeah,
ahead.
I was like, hey, check this out. So I did like the '80s whatever playlist, and
Yeah.
I found like some old school like pop R&B shit, like
Yeah.
big hits like Taylor Dane,
Yeah.
and shit like that,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like stuff,
Good
you-
stuff.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'd be Saturday night at the roller rink, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Right.
shit
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But if you listen to those songs,
Mhm.
there's cool beats, there's fucking bass lines,
Yeah,
and
guitar.
cool guitars
Right.
and vocal harmonies,
Yeah, yeah.
which
Yeah.
are like real instruments.
Yeah.
But
Because that's all they had back then.
well, right. But then like there was a 90s like playlist, right? Like
Yeah.
90s whatever hits,
Yeah.
and of course like the Spin
Fucking
Doctors,
Oh, yeah.
and Bare Naked Ladies, and
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
shit was in it.
Smash
But what was
Mouth.
interesting was I mean, in Smash Mouth in like all the fucking Shrek movies.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that.
Right.
yeah.
Anyway, so like listening to that stuff was interesting because there was like some songs in there that I was like, hey, that's actually because like Third Eye Blind was in there.
Yeah.
Now those
And-
fuckers are good.
Four
Yeah.
Non-Blondes.
Those
Yeah.
suckers are good.
Right, like good
Right.
songwriting
Yeah.
and stuff
There's
like
a lot
that.
of good music in the 90s still.
But
not all of it was popular.
Right, but like anyway, so where I was
like
going
every
with that
decade.
is like songs because we were talking about like I don't get bored of the same chuggy power chords.
Right.
You don't get
Right.
bored of the same stock drum beats or the same wonky
Yeah.
bass lines.
Right.
Because, and here's my theory, if you go back to when we were fucking cavemen,
Right.
that's all we could do at that point in time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all rhythmic.
Yeah, it's all total rhythmic, and
Yeah.
it's even the chuggy power chords.
Yeah.
is just total
it's
rhythmic.
rhythmic.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
and then as music evolved, except for fucking Beethoven,
Yeah.
um,
Fuck that guy.
Hey, Beethoven was pretty good.
if you go back to, I was going to go to the blues again.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
If you slow down that drum beat, you
Yeah.
slow down the chuggy guitar part,
Yeah.
slow down the wonky bass line, you've got the blues.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Or
here
if
we
you
are.
speed it up, you have punk.
Right.
Well, first you've got
And
50s rock and
metal.
roll.
Right.
Chuck
yeah,
Berry, all that shit.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
like-
also call this episode Doug Gives a History of Music.
Yeah.
Well, right, and I remember like the first time I heard like the fucking Beach Boys and
Yeah.
the Jackson
Oh, yeah.
5 and
Yeah.
all that shit
Yeah.
back then, when I was a little kid in the 70s.
Yeah.
And I was attracted to the bass lines
Yep.
and then the vocal melodies and even
Yeah.
the beats
Yeah.
of some of those songs.
Yeah, they were a lot more interesting than the shit that's
Exactly.
out
Yeah.
now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
had
yeah,
live
yeah.
drummers
Yes.
playing shit and you
Yeah.
had live bass players.
Solid
and
shit.
Solid shit.
Yeah.
And you had,
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
and-
it's just great. So
Yeah.
anyway, I think that's why I never get tired. Because listening to that old stuff made me start thinking, well, why do I hate some of it and why do I like some
Right.
of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what I came up with. So I was thinking about that this week.
That sounds
Interesting.
legit.
Yeah. And then the
Nice.
kids were like, hey, Dad, this stuff's pretty okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But just take out the spin doctors and life is a highway and you're on.
Yeah. No,
You're
and
onto something.
so we've got the family plan, right?
Nice. Yeah.
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 So the kids are playing 80s and got
Nice.
'em
Now get them
70s
on
and-
fucking Judas Priest and Iron Maiden, and we're on somewhere.
I was playing
Some Ramones.
obituary for him today.
Oh,
now, if they like that
nice.
shit, why don't they make them listen to the Ramones and they'll be happy as
Oh, they
peas
like the
and punch.
Ramones.
Okay,
They like the
What-
Ramones.
because they
What
took
don't
the
they
best
like?
parts.
What?
What don't they like? Like if you
Uh,
like
they
it
don't
seems
like some of the metalier stuff that I like.
like what kind what
Like melodic metal or
They're not really into like.
Dream Theater and shit.
yeah, are
I
they into
don't-
like
I
Dragon
don't-
Force?
I don't like. I'm not
Like, what do you-
really into all that.
Yeah, I know you
I'm more of a like Slayer.
Yeah.
They don't like
fucking-
Slayer?
these kids.
No.
They probably just haven't listened to it enough.
My
Have you
wife
played
likes
it?
Slayer.
Yeah, have you like pumped it into their rooms while they're trying to sleep?
They hear
'Cause
Slayer.
that'll-
They hear Slayer, Motorhead. I
Yeah.
mean,
All right.
all that kind of shit at the house all the time.
Yeah, I mean those are kind of an acquired taste. They're a little more
Yeah.
edgy.
But
Well-
again, if you slow those down,
Right.
Yeah.
Slayer becomes punk rock.
Yeah.
Right.
Motorhead becomes rock,
Rock
and
and
roll.
roll.
Yeah.
you know? And there we are.
But yeah. And I wonder if there is stuff that I listened to a ton as a kid that I was like way into, thinking that it was hard and fast, and then you discover other kinds of music and you go
Right.
back and listen to it and you're like, what is this? Like this is not nearly as
This is fucking terrible.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
not necessarily that it's terrible, but just different.
Yo, yeah.
So like tastes change.
Like lately,
yeah.
I've been
So-
way into like noisecore, like Melt Banana.
Noisecore.
right.
You remember Melt
Right.
Banana?
Yeah,
and
it's like the
hardcore anal hydrogen. You gotta listen to hardcore anal hydrogen. They're a French noise
is
core
that
band.
is that the band that you said?
Yeah, that's
You're
what
gonna do
$50
$50
Famous should sound like. It's insane. It's like metal mixed with like fucking dubstep, but not just the noisy parts, not the shitty parts.
Okay.
And, like they use a lot of electronics and like duck sounds and shit. Kind of like clowncore. They're like,
Right.
remember clowncore?
Yeah.
They're like
Yes.
that, but like three French dudes. So
Huh.
there's like weird. They got that weird Frenchness.
right.
Yeah.
And the greatest name I've ever heard: hardcore anal hydrogen. You can tell
Yeah.
a French guy was like, "Well, so in the band," and they're like, "How about ha?" Oh yeah, we will make a sound. We'll make it stand for something. Hardcore anal hydrogen. Oui.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oui,
fucking
oui.
great.
Oui, oui.
So look it up, kids. Hardcore anal hydrogen.
Yeah.
But make sure you put those three words, because if you just do hardcore anal, you'll get a whole other thing.
That's true.
Hardcore anal hydrogen.
Yeah. Maybe
On Spotify. Just do a Spotify
Yeah.
search. Don't
maybe
do a
don't
Google
search.
search.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
at
search that.
work.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
like when you're on some sort
Yeah.
of work network.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
turn your VPN off.
Yeah.
This is
Yes.
okay. So
Yep.
this brings up a neat point. We're going to talk. I have a bunch of interviews scheduled coming
Yeah.
up in the next weeks, and one of them is a guy who's all about using playlists that you create as a band to gain more fans.
Oh,
And this
yeah.
is something I've been thinking we should do, like Dougie's Best of the Blues and Jimmy's crazy ass music and the dumb shit Andres listens to, and like have it, like.
I do. I listen to a lot of dumb shit. I've been listening to Whatever Happened to Pizza at McDonald's lately a lot. It's not a band. It's a podcast. But it's
awesome.
Yeah, it's entirely devoted to finding out
Whatever
what happened to
Yeah.
the pizza.
The whole
that they
show.
used to serve at McDonald's.
Was there
Wow.
pizza at McDonald's?
Yeah,
There
for like
was
a really
from-
short time.
It was from the late '80s to the early '90s.
Yeah.
Was it any good?
Did they ever are like uncovering?
So in Pomeroy, Ohio, as of like last year, I'm a little bit behind in the show. They were still serving it at 3 restaurants, I think.
huh?
So
Road trip.
yeah, yeah, it's apparently on the West Virginia border.
Oh,
so it's
Interesting.
relatively close to here. We could totally, if we play a show in West
With the
Virginia,
Jasons. We'll
Yeah.
do a show
Yeah.
with the Jasons.
if we go to play with the Jasons,
Yeah.
we could totally fucking stop by Pomeroy McDonald's. And
I've never even heard of that town.
it's
Wow.
I wonder-
anyway. Yeah, so
I
listen to
bet
weird
I've been
shit.
there.
I bet you have.
Because when we go down to see her family,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's
gotta go
Well,
through them
stop
parts.
and get pizza and bring it back for us, you
Yeah,
asshole.
for fuck's sake, put it in the cooler. In the rock and roll minivan.
I don't
and-
know if it needs to go in the cooler.
Yeah,
It's-
it'll probably stay.
it's just like the
perfectly fine.
fries.
Yeah.
It's 123 miles from where we are.
Oh, let's
currently.
go
That's
right
it?
now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We'll be back by midnight.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, that's down. Yeah, along the.
It's actually right on the river.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Right
down
on.
there. I saw babies down there.
Yeah.
It's like yeah.
Eastbound and down,
It's
loaded
like
up in trucking.
Driving through, everybody was sitting on the porch.
Oh.
There's the river, it's right
Yeah.
there, but then there's like the one main road, and you have to go across the bridge
Yeah.
to cross.
And there's a troll.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you're waiting for. It's pretty.
It's
It's
north,
pretty downtrodden there, dude.
It's north of Point Pleasant.
Never heard of it.
Point Pleasant, that's where the Mothman is.
Oh.
Mothman Prophecies?
Yeah.
Dude, why don't
Yeah.
we?
I thought the
Point
Mothman
Pleasant.
was in New Jersey or
No.
Illinois or something.
No.
Oh, West Virginia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
West
yeah,
Virginia.
West Virginia. Yeah,
so
yeah.
we got to do the.
Yeah,
Pleasant.
look. So here's Point Pleasant,
Right.
and
Yeah.
that's Pomeroy.
We need to
Okay.
do the Pleasant Pomeroy tour.
Perfecta.
Yeah.
The Pleasant Pomeroy Poom
Well, I'm trying to
tour.
find somewhere
Pleasant
that's.
Pomeroy.
The Poom tour 2019.
I was trying to find.
Because we're going to need a couple months to put this together.
Yeah. Oh man.
Poom.
Where did
Hey, there's probably Pumas down them parts, isn't there?
we could go? So
we could have
if
your
we-
Poom fighting a Puma.
If we got a gig in Charleston,
South Carolina. There's lots of Charlestons. Which one?
well, no, Charleston.
West Virginia?
Yeah.
Are we going to play music anymore? It's almost time to quit.
Yeah, Charleston, West Virginia.
We should play this one again.
That's relatively
Yeah.
close.
I don't think
to
we're going to
Pomeroy.
get to this one for some reason on Sunday.
I think we could.
We
if we're
might.
just doing rhythms.
Yeah.
Like, are we laying down vocals at all?
No.
Or- yeah.
No,
or
we're just doing
solos or
rhythm.
anything?
No.
If we're just doing rhythms, we're pretty well practiced in the rest of these. Unless
Alright.
Chris is like, "Hey, I love what you're doing.
Just
Do
do
it
everything
completely
different."
differently." Yeah, everything that you're
Right.
doing is garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's play this one again.
Wait.
Blank, tickety dang, tickety dang. We're marching up the mountain.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably good
Yeah.
Meow.
Yeah.
for now.
So that'll do it for this episode of Idiots with Instruments. I am James St. Jamala saying, keep it simple.
I'm blind tone deaf Dougie J. Stay hydrated.
I'm Undress Rebellion, and I'm saying never play acoustic, and make sure to nurture your poom. It's very important.
Bye.
Idiots with Instruments is a Solid Arts and Science production. All rights reserved throughout the multiverse. Please subscribe and review the show on iTunes or your podcatcher of choice. Visit idiotswithinstruments.com for exclusive bonus material and to support or sponsor this show.